my hot water boiling, so I'll set a timer here. There you guys go. Actually, I realized my microphone's not plugged in. You plug in my microphone so it sounds better. I'll be right in the water. Got my hot water here. 17 seconds left to spare. Oh, that is hot. All right, so let's get going. First of all, thanks for joining me. It's like we've got quite a few people online. That is cool. So before we jump into this awesome horse that I finally broke down and bought from enough people saying, hey, you got to get that horse. So I finally, under peer pressure of my viewers, I went on Amazon and bought the horse. So let's go ahead and first fix spare parts man. As you guys know, he's been sitting in pieces for a long time, waiting to be fixed. So that is my first order of business. We're waiting for people to show up. And let's go ahead and get his parts heated up. Let's see, Anthony, thanks for joining us. Mike Fee, thanks for being here. Jeff, thanks for being here. Richard, wow, a lot of you guys are on here. You guys are already talking away. So, spare parts man, I decided to go with this loincloth right here. So I'm going to dump it in the hot water. Got my hot water here at the mess of all my figures still, half builds. And that's really the main thing, is just getting his... Now, if you take a look, you can see there's some black rubber band right around his legs right here, and that's just to make it so they have a little bit of friction so they don't so it doesn't fall over very easy. And I put those on normally pretty early on when I'm having issues with figures, just to make them so they're a little stiffer joints. But anyway, let's stick his... Actually, I'm gonna wait to put his armor on until I get the loincloth on. So I decided to go with Vicor's loincloth because it's kind of a cool one. I guess while we're waiting, we can take a look at the box and check it out. Let me see your guys' comments, what you guys have going on. Yeah, Cartel, I'm glad you're here. Pierce, thanks for being here. So let's look at the box of this thing. So here is Stridor. And you can see attach blast effects. That's cool. Modern posing retro play. Oh, I got my light. There we go. And then it has some really cool box art. And they have Fisto in the box art, but they don't have Fisto actually riding Stridor in the picture, which is kind of surprising. I'm not sure they'd have that. Then we have He-Man. And it's funny, they always give in the He-Man and She-Ra, it seems like. Oh, look, we got Screech. Are we going to get Screech in our... coming up soon? And then we also have the Razor Rotor, whatever it's called, and new for 2020 or 2022. All right, let's take a look at the back of the box. Again, we got He-Man and ready to strike. Oh, we got Zor too. Hopefully we get both those birds. Hopefully they're oversized like we saw with the original 80s. And it says, one half war horse, one half war machine. Stridor carries the heroes of Eternia to victory. And there's the cool castle all lit up. And then we show other figures in the line. And it shows you with the helmet on. And it attaches right next to the elevator right there in the castle. And there is the horse. All right. So let's go ahead and set this aside while we finish working on the spare parts man. Because I'm sure that loincloth is more than cooked. I had it in there a lot longer than I was planning on keeping it in there for. Now the loincloths usually heat up pretty quick. So usually it doesn't take quite so long. Let's take a look. So let's go ahead and stick these on here. The sword holder goes in the back. And the wide side always goes on this side. There we go. You can see one side's wide, one side's small. The wide side goes on the right. When I'm telling you about this, my parts are cooling down. I probably shouldn't spend so much time talking about the parts and just get on with it. You can do it. Now make sure whenever you do loincloths, never cut them. A lot of people will cut them up the side to get them off and on easy. That's just a hack way of doing it, and it ends up being kind of a mess later on if the glue over breaks where that slit is or anything else. You just stretch them over just like you do with Polly Pocket clothes. They're usually soft enough rubber. If not, a little bit of heat will heat them right up so you can get them on and off pretty easily. What I'm doing now is making sure it's not folded under anywhere. So I'm just kind of going around and making sure that it goes into all the seams, doesn't have any fold unders. Now let's toss his legs into the vat of hot water. There they go. I should have tossed those in there a few minutes ago. Let's get his armor on. And actually, you know what? That armor matches pretty nice. That's actually a pretty cool two pieces to go together. Now, of course, his fist is actually from that wrestling figure. Let's see here. So I just so hard to get this armor on all the time. There we go. Now what's cool is some people have used this armor to make their own Ice Armor He-Man, and that's actually a pretty cool armor to use for Ice Armor He-Man. I actually really like the way that goes with that. That actually looks really cool together. I wonder why I never thought of that before. All right, I'm going to dunk his head in just for a few seconds just to get it warm enough to slip on there really easily without causing any real problems. So we'll just go ahead and leave it on the spoon. There we go. Oh yeah. All that's left now is his legs. Let's see if they're hot enough to get on there yet. Now people always ask me the temperature of my water. I try to keep it 205 degrees in that range, Fahrenheit. That seems to work pretty good. All right, the muscle goes on the inside of the leg. Just jam that right in there. And ta-da! Spare Parts Man is rebuilt. If you remember correctly, I pulled him apart because I wanted to use the loincloth for my King Grayskull custom. So Spare Parts Man lost that. But I think he's pretty cool now. He's ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and get on with what we're here for, and that is Stridor. Okay, Stridor. Looks like we got some tape here. Let's go ahead and slice that tape open. It's funny, at work we have a saying and it's awful, and that is the right tool for the job is the one in your hand right now. As you notice, I just use a screwdriver to cut the tape. Sometimes I use scissors. Everyone always tells me to use a knife, but I just, oh, look at these cool graphics they have on there. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, look at that. Dragon Blaster. Dragon. Any other cool surprises on here? Not really. Okay, let's set this aside. All right, now, since I showed you guys the castle floor, everyone's been bugging me saying, you got to get Stridor first and incorporate it into the floor. I don't think a stable actually belongs inside Castle Grayskull. I could see maybe mounting it somewhere on the outside of it. But let's take a look and see what we got first before I make any snap decisions. Because maybe it will be cool. Maybe it won't. Of course, I'm already not a Stridor fan, as most of you guys know. But, I mean, he's got his place. I just don't think it's really that cool. Now, I think if they would have had Stridor and Rio Blast together, that'd have been really cool, and I think they'd make a great set together. But since they came out different years, they never really associated them together. But I might grab my Rio Blast from my 80s figures and go ahead and there we go. This helmet. And they even sealed the helmet in here with a come on, man. Just a little too tight to get in there. There we go. And then we got the guns. We got a He-Man jump rope. See the He-Man jump rope. Just in case He-Man gets bored, he can do some jump roping. Alright, we got a thing to hold him up. I still have not got the guns out of there yet. We shall get those out of there. Oop, got one. And there is number 2. Now, tomorrow my grandson's coming over, so I'm going to, of course, have him play at the Stridor, see what he thinks about it. Hopefully it survives the melee of a 4-year-old. We shall see tomorrow. I'll give you guys an update, let you know how well it survived. My grandson's, he plays really rough. So we'll see. Hopefully he's gentle on it. All right, let's talk about articulation. We have ankle articulation. Ooh, it's ratcheted. We got the back of the leg where the knee is at. We got on top with really big ratchets. That's nice, because now you don't have to worry about him. His leg's always coming in. No ratchets here, though. No ratchets there. No ratchets there. And so just the back legs are ratcheted. Interesting. That's probably so you can get him in those poses and have him hold the majority of the weight on the back legs. To try to, you know, pose him different ways. All right, let's go ahead and get He-Man in here. He-Man. And of course, he's sporting the cool sword made by me. Fit, He-Man, fit. There we go. Now, one thing I do notice is He-Man's sword holder gets in the way. And that's pretty common. I've noticed that a lot. So I actually have a specially made He-Man where I cut this off just so I can fit him into different vehicles easier. Nope, not him. Maybe I already replaced that He-Man. Oh. Okay, Fisto, you don't have a sword holder. Fisto gets to ride him, just like we saw back in the day. Now, the bad part of Fisto is he only has one holding hand, so when it comes to the jump rope that goes in the mouth, he can only hold one of the handles. Oh, wow. His mouth has a little snapping feature there. Don't put your finger in there. That is really weird. I was not expecting that. There we go. Fisto, Fisto. All right, let's add the guns. Let's see if the guns are the exact same on both sides, first of all. And it looks like they are the same, so it shouldn't matter which one I put on which side. So I will put this one on this side. Oh, they go in this way. Jam it on in there. Jam on it. And he has a secondary helmet. So you can go ahead and swap this out with the secondary one. Now, it's funny. This is actually the one for the other horse, Night Stalker, which should have been called Nightmare, right? Nightmare? I don't know why they called it Night Stalker, but anyway. I'm going to stick with the standard original horse helmet that we had in the 80s. All right, Fisto, you're slipping down. You had a little too much to drink there, I think, Fisto. Okay. Now we got Fisto in there as our counterbalance. Let's see if we can't do some kind of cool pose with the horse. Ugh. You just can't get the right spot. You need it right in between those two ratchets. See, right there is where it works, but it's right between two ratchets. So when it falls into place for the right ratchet. Now you could use his tail to help balance him, and that's just a little bit too far back. So it's just, that's the sweet spot right there between those two ratchets to balance it. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and set this aside right now. Let's get to the stable part of it. And let's take a look at this exciting stable piece. So obviously you're supposed to see Sonya jump over. And let's see if it fits in the middle of our castle here. Not that way. Oh, so close, but no cigar. Okay, let's go ahead and pull out these floors just for now, so we can see how Mattel designed it to go. And the green does match pretty good, so that's cool. Let's see if it matches the castle too, while we're at it. Yep, it does match the castle, so that is cool. My desk is just getting way too full. Todd, don't forget to brush him. Yeah, luckily he doesn't have the big old hair like the Shira horses do, so no combing the horse's hair. All right, so let's go ahead and take the stable, and unfortunately you cannot put it in here while this is on there. So let's pull that off. And it shows it going right under there, but that's just kind of weird. So obviously if you had that underneath there like that, then you can't have the Will of Souls on there as well. So for those that wanted all the pieces, I guess you could put it on this side then if you had the Will of Souls. All right, let's take a look at the extra piece that is supposed to support Stridor. I'm going to look at the box for a minute to make sure I don't put this on backwards because I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go. Let's take a look at the directions. Usually I don't look at the directions, but in this case I will. It doesn't show putting that thing on the base, so bummer there. But it does show a picture here. It looks like it curves forward on this one here, so we'll just go ahead and curve that piece forward. Just what I kind of guessed. But ta-da! Oh, there's a hole in his belly. There's a hole in your belly, dear Stridor, dear Stridor. There we go. Da-da-da. There he is in all of his glory. And if he's in Castle Grayskull now, he's not going to fit in there with the horse on there. So that's a bummer too. So it should have made it so it fits on the side somewhere, you know, because really you're not going to put the stable inside the castle. That's just too weird. All right, let me look at your guys' comments. I've been kind of ignoring your comments while I've been busy playing with this new toy. And let's see. It's going to be fun though, Mark. Until my grandson sees it, see what he thinks of this horse, of course. Fisto better watch it with that fist. Stridor might kick him in the head. That would be bad. Hebrew, can you nay? You don't have to buy me He-Man on nay anyway. Nay! Oh, look at that. His head is articulated. Not as much as the Classics one. It has an articulation here and there in 2 places. So you can kind of get that going on. All right, it's time to grab Rio Blast. Hold on. Rio, where are you? Ooh. Now, of course, they did not make Rio Blast yet for Origins, for those who don't know. But I happen to have one from the 80s left over. It's funny, when I bought Rio Blast recently, I got them for one purpose, and that was to see if the hat that I made for my Classics Rio Blast would fit on the 80s Rio Blast. So I actually had to repurchase him just for that reason. But now that I got them, I kind of like them, so I didn't resell them. I don't see him in here though. There he is. Whew. For a second there, I thought he was lost. Lost and alone. Okay, let's see. Hopefully the 80s figures fit in here, because that'd be a good replacement if you don't have a Stridor left from the 80s and you want to just augment your collection. You can do it. You can fit in there, cowboy. There we go. Now we gotta stick a hat on it, on his head. Where the heck did I put his hat? I know originally Rio Blast did not come with a hat. I just think it makes sense. He's supposed to be a cowboy. He has a hat, so it's kind of a fun feature. But I do not know where I stuck his hat. So he might not get to wear one right now. I'll dig for another minute and then I'll give up. What is that down there? Nope. That's part of She-Ra. It's not a hat. All right. Let's take a look at your guys' comments since I can't find his hat right now. See, that would have made much more sense. Even has some of the brown colors and stuff too. Rio Blast should have always been with Stridor. It makes the most sense. Smells like Chuck Norris and Kurt Russell combined. If Kurt Russell and Chuck had a baby together, this would be it. Yeah, I never got why He-Man would need a horse. I mean, he has a Battle Cat. Battle Cat. See? Doesn't make sense to have... When he has something as awesome as a cat, why would he want a robotic horse? Right? Rio, Texas Ranger. Whatcha? And of course he has his guns and weapons there, and he's ready to go. Even though Rio Blast is not in my top 11, if they make a Rio Blast for Origins, because I already have Stridor, I'm definitely getting Rio Blast if they make them. I mean, look at this. It's kind of a cool idea. I mean, all of a sudden he pops out all these weapons, and he is ready to go. No one's escaping him. I mean, look at that. They should have called him Rio Arsenal or something instead of Rio Blast, but I don't know. I guess Rio Blast works too. Where is that stupid cowboy hat? Where did I put it? It's funny. Originally, I used to put Ben Grimm's hat on him. The one with the big old coat. And then I made a hat for him on my Shapeways. But I can't find that either. Well, Rio Blast, no hat for you. Oh, no. Ugh. This guy's just sitting in my bin with his arm broken off. Ugh. There we go. Put Beastman up against. You don't need that. There we go. So you got Beastman that controls beasts of all types. And then you have Rio Blast riding in a war horse that's robotic. So Beastman cannot control the beast. Oh, I have no control of this beast. Oh, and he bucks up. Oh. For the attack mode. Oh, whoosh. Oh. That did not work. See, now I know where my grandson gets his roughness from. Beastman, Beastman. Take that, Beastman. There we go. Yes, does Revelations Fisto fit in Stridor? Okay, let's find out. I seriously doubt it because Fisto's so huge. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Already looking at the size difference. But let's go ahead and bend his legs up and see if we can get him to fit in there. His shorts are getting caught in the back of the chair trying to get him in there. Jam, 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 jam. There we go. Almost got his butt on the seat. You can do it. All right. Looks like he's riding a go-kart. There you go. So, yes, Revelation Fisto technically can fit inside of that Stridor. Oh, good call. Which Tila do you want to see inside Stridor? Ugh. Let's take a look here. Whoop, whoop. Ho. Ugh. There she is. And she can play with the controls on the sticker. Bidoop. It's got a rear gun too. The tail's attached. And a rear sticker. Stickers on the side. It's nice they come pre-stickered. Now this sticker is shifted a little bit. Not quite centered on there, but that's okay. I guess it might bother me a little bit, but not too bad. On the back side, she'll have to ride it side saddle. You know what? Tila's gonna ride on Battle Cat, not on Stridor. Come on, guys. There we go. That is how she rides. Ho! She side saddles with He-Man on Battle Cat. Oh! Hey, thanks for coming here from Ecuador. Thanks for joining us. Yes, Tila had her own horse, and not a robotic one either. She had an actual horse. I think in one comic it was a horse, other comic was a unicorn. So she has a plethora of different horses that are all the same. So hopefully they give us something for Tila. That'd be kind of cool. They gave us a horse for her. A horse, of course. There she goes. All right. Well, this is not all that I have for tonight. I have other videos coming up, but this is all I have for this video. Thanks for joining me. And that would be cool to get an official charger. That would be nice, Richard. That would be awesome. And I will see you guys in another video tonight when I open up Savage He-Man and actually do a review on him, including Orko. So watch for this tonight in a little while. And who knows, I might even have a third video tonight. Oh, Mike, you won King Grayskull. Excellent. Good job, man. All right, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. Bye now.